PMAC Movies here for a special video. I don't do too many unboxing videos, but to me, this is one of the bigger, I'm not going to say biggest, but one of the bigger releases of the year as far as what the item is. Of course, you will know from the title of this video that this is a Babylon 5, the complete series Blu-ray unboxing. I did get this several days early from Grove. So it was $100. They have a 20% off code. I actually pre-ordered it. And then I had to cancel the pre-order because I got a different credit card. And then I had to make a new pre-order. It's kind of a whole ordeal, but ends up being $80 plus tax, which is on one hand a very good deal. But if you look at it from some perspectives, this day and age, maybe not. So let's take a look first at, I bought the DVDs of this show at BJ's Wholesale Club back in probably 2007 or 2008, right after I graduated college. I found them at BJ's, didn't really know much about the show, bought them, eventually, got through the show. But these sets were, fairly thick sets. They take up quite a bit of space. The whole thing would have been, a good, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like a nice, big, decent chunk of space. So now we have this new Babylon 5, the complete series Blu-ray set, which is in DVD size packaging. I mean, let's take a look at a Blu-ray. Here we got an Arrow Video Blu-ray. There's, I don't know, an inch-ish, 3/4 of an inch difference there. So it is in a DVD size case, and it is in one of these ones where you see these a lot from like Paramount. You're seeing these sort of cases more. I know some of my Universal TV sets are in this sort of thing. The box isn't horrible. I did keep, so this is unboxing, but I have already unwrapped it, of course. On these type of sets, I think it's a pretty decent idea to leave the plastic on to kind of protect it. So that's what I've been doing recently, if I can, get it opened up properly enough to do that. So we do got a slip box. It's nothing heavy duty like an Arrow Video slip box or anything like that, but it's not horrible. I mean, Grove packed it well enough to where it didn't get damaged. Before I get too much into this, I did see somebody, there's very few unboxings of this right now. There will be a lot, I'm sure, soon when more people start receiving it. But the UK one, the guy, his box was beat up a little bit. It has the logos on it. But then, and I was concerned about this. I figured the US version would be the exact same thing. So it's like the same size. However, the inside is quite a bit different. When we take a look. So open this up, and it's one of these ones. Some of the Star Trek and stuff, the Star Trek complete series were stuff like this. Now, this is missing disc 1 here because it's in the player downstairs. I've been watching it. I just received this yesterday, and I wanted to take a look at it. I remember watching the DVDs back in the day and always wondering, like, man, this show, I wonder how my enjoyment of this show would be if it was on Blu-ray, because the DVD picture quality, to me, left a lot to be desired. So it's kind of interesting thinking back on that, and you're thinking, if this would ever get a Blu-ray, probably never going to get a Blu-ray. What would it look like if it did get a Blu-ray? Now we got a Blu-ray. But it's in one of these type of things. So the good thing is, I mean, this isn't optimal packaging, of course. You're probably going to pay more if they're providing it in like a nice slip box and then a Blu-ray case, 4-disc case for each separate season. It's going to cost more than it does. And I think this is going to be a very, very budget title. We've seen like the Twilight Zone complete series and this sort of set get down to like crazy prices, like $40-50. I don't know how long it'll take, but I suspect that this show will probably get down into that range. I'm not saying it will be like in 2024 or something, although I wouldn't be surprised if it gets below $80, but I think, 2025, 2026, you'll be seeing this set on sale probably for $40 or $50, but that's down the road. $80 for this now is a good price for a new release, 5-season set, 5 seasons. Each season has 4 discs. And then we have a special features disc, which really just has, which we're going to take a look at. So really the first disc is the last disc. This The Gathering is like the pilot movie. And it's not in HD. It's actually in like, it looks like the DVD did. But the whole series after that, at least I've watched, you know, part of the first disc, it looks a heck of a lot better. It is in like full screen. It's not widescreen, but it looks a heck of a lot better than the widescreen DVDs as far as the picture quality. So the UK set had like 3 stacked discs. It would be like 3 stacked discs and then one. And the guy who showed that off, he had like discs all over. They were all loose all over. Horrible, horrible packaging. So here in the US, it's a lot better. I also don't like the look of those like blue discs that were like bluish looking discs. Like if you get like a Lionsgate one with no artwork, I think it'll be like a blue or a gray, just like really plain looking. I like that it's at least like black and it has the Babylon 5. I just think it looks better than the UK ones. So you have them stacked as far as, you know, like this, but they each have their own little thing to sit on there. So they are all secured. I didn't have any loose discs. It's actually, it's not, it could be worse. It could be worse. I mean, the sad thing is these studios have gotten so cheap. It's not good, and we should expect more, but at this point we don't really. So as far as, you know, there's what, 21 discs in here, other than, you know, I took this one out, as I said, but really a space-saving set, though. To look at, you know, there's positives and negatives to this thing. I mean, the size of this, I think one of my DVD sets is as thick as this whole complete series set, maybe thicker. I mean, it's them thing, probably similar size, which is good from that angle. Is it real high quality packaging? Absolutely not. It's absolutely not. Let's take a look at, you know, the artwork of it, because I didn't really show that off. As I said, I don't do a lot of unboxing videos, so this isn't like my forte. I do like a lot of haul videos and whatnot, but that's what the actual case looks like. It's definitely like a pretty bare bones set. I feel like I said, the pilot movie is DVD quality. There's no commentaries on this. But as far as the HD presentations, it looks pretty solid to me. It looks pretty good. So this is definitely something where if you're a fan of it, if you're looking forward to it, there's a few places you can get it, $80-90 right now. I think Amazon dropped it down to $92. Like I said, Grub is going to be a little bit cheaper with their sign up 20 code that you can use if it's a first time. Or you can use a different email. It's pretty easy to be able to do it that way. And Grub's packing and stuff is better than Amazon. Grub will use a box for this. Amazon will very likely throw it in a bubble mailer, and you will get a dinged up item. So I would suggest going. I like to call it Grub, but apparently it's pronounced Groove. Groove, baby. So yeah, it's a good set. As far as people that don't know much about this show, maybe sci-fi fans, it's worth looking into. But like I said, this is going to end up being a budget release. So I'm not, you know, like for me, I'll wait on stuff if I don't really want it. This one I really wanted. I rarely buy new releases. But if you're patient on this, within a couple years, I'm pretty confident this is going to be $50 or less. But it's definitely worth that, and it's worth the $80. It's worth the $80. Like the DVDs, I mean, I spent $20 a season, so I spent $100 plus tax on those, and I was making a lot less money back then. So, yeah, that's it. So, thanks for checking out the video. Leave me some feedback. About if you have any feedback on Babylon 5, any feedback on this set, let me know. I'm interested in hearing about it. It's similar to a Deep Space Nine in my opinion. Very good series. Definitely has a particular feel to it, which I always like that 80s or 90s feel type of thing that some of these movies and shows have. So leave me some feedback. Are you snagging Babylon 5? Are you going to be patient and wait on it? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time on PMag Movies.